Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're continuing a few small jobs on the 1 series. It has its yearly inspection coming up, so we just want to make sure that everything that I know needs to be taken care of is taken care of in advance. So as you saw in my previous video, we were having some issues with the battery, with the intelligent battery sensor, so I actually ended up ordering a second-hand one, and I'm gonna see if we switch that out, will that help, because the error came back. And then we've also ordered a few other parts that are in there that we have to take care of as well. Okay guys, the first thing that we're gonna do is replace the bonnet struts on my car, because as you can see in the clip right now, it doesn't really hold itself, and it's a thing that's been bothering me for a while. It doesn't need it for the yearly inspection, but it's something that I want to get sorted. So I got these really cheap from Ridex. I think I spent like €7 a pop. So I'm just going to remove these ones now and replace them with the new ones. Don't do this at home, guys. Right, that's one complete. On to the next one.
So at this point, Stella calls me my twinnie Stella, and I'm just chatting away to her and getting the other side done. But it's really straightforward. You just make sure you adjust the bottom of it there and it's the right length, and then it's facing the right way, and you just click it into place. It's as simple as that. Okay, so the next thing on the list was the registration plate light. It was driving me bonkers and it was a disco every time I was on the motorway. So we're just going to replace this with new ones that I got from Autodoc. Okay, so at this point I look very confused, as you can see, because I've realised that Ross has taken all of our prying tools from the garage, and I've had to resort to something I'd never recommend doing. But yeah, I tried to wrap a microfiber around a flathead to do this step. But yeah, please get a prying tool. But I was already in the garage and I wasn't leaving. So yeah, got them out. These are the new ones, and I'm gonna admit and say they weren't the best fit. I had to readjust the prongs, the electrical prongs on it. They didn't really fit the existing plug, and here's me looking a bit confused because I'm like, I don't know if these are going to fit. And the older ones look actually better because they have these line of LEDs, and the new ones have like a semicircle, but they do actually look better now that I have them on. They do look better because they're not as bright. The other ones were too bright, and it's like, please guards, pull me over. And the other ones are a lot more subtle, and they're white, and I do like them. But here's me adjusting the prongs, but then when I'm just checking here if they're gonna work, and I think they do. Oh, one of them didn't work because that's what I was saying, the connection was a bit iffy. So honestly, I wouldn't recommend. To be honest, Autodoc had fucked up a lot of things for our orders, so I just wouldn't recommend from them. But I know Mixed Garage can be iffy as well, so just make sure you research where you're getting from, because a lot of the time they can send you the wrong parts. Stella ordered this for her TT as well, and they sent her the wrong parts. But yeah, I'm just making sure everything's going to fit, and then just pushing them back into place. There is a way to do this, so just, yeah, I can't really explain it. There's a way for it, but they didn't really want to sit in place, and eventually I'll kind of alter them to sit into place, and they eventually do. But yeah, happy with those.
Okay, so the first thing we're probably going to try and attempt to fit is this, which is the intelligent battery sensor. So the one on my car I feel like is faulty because I've read a code and it says missing. But this is off a 1 Series 2011, I think. Let me see. Yeah, 2011, whereas my car's 2008. But I'm hoping it still work. And please, if anyone knows in the comments down below, do these need to be calibrated? Because I've actually never had to deal with battery issues before. This is my first time. I'm learning. No judging, please. But I'd love some helpful comments. So if you have any helpful comments, please let me know. But yeah, this will be the first thing that I'll probably install. Fun fact. Some BMW parts also share with Mini a Rolls Royce, and this has a Rolls Royce logo on it, and I just feel like so cool. Jokes. So we have a small problem. So this is the one that I just took out of the car, and the grounding cable is a lot longer than the new one that I got, even though it's the same part numbers, which I don't really understand. So now I'm kind of thinking, could I maybe exchange these leads and put them onto this one? I could probably make this fit, but it just wouldn't be right, so I'm in a bit of a conundrum here.
Okay, so I'm just editing the vlog live. We're here now, and I've just realised I'm missing a bit of footage, and it just jumps from one thing that I was doing into another. So I'm just going to give you, basically fill in the spots. So basically from this onwards, I realised that I do have the right part number. The reason why they're different is because the grounding cable is a separate part number, and that part number was wrong. So I just transferred over the actual IBS sensor onto the grounding cable of the one that I had in the car, and yeah, just didn't use the other grounding cable. I'd say it was a different part number because it was for the facelift 1 series, and there's probably certain differences between the two. And then I installed it and a lot of errors disappeared. I got my traction control back on, which I thought was an ABS sensor. It wasn't. And then my weird thing where sometimes my engine oil temperature would not read, that disappeared. So there's obviously some kind of battery issue. However, it still doesn't remember the time. So if anyone in the comments, someone that's watching, please let me know. Do I need to either calibrate the cable, or do I need to tell the IBS register the battery that I have now? I don't know. Anyways, I've never had this, so if anyone knows anything about it, let me know. And yeah, we're onto track rods and track rod ends now. What about now? Surely now. Yeah, boy. So that was the easy part, and then we spent about, I want to say 2 hours trying to get the inner tie rods out. We couldn't get them out with Stella. We tried everything, and then in the end we just needed a strong man. So Adam Bates, shout out to him, he came down the next day and he took them out for us. But yeah, I wasn't strong enough, and this is the issues with being a girl and working on all this stuff. I just simply don't have the strength, even though I heavy lift at the gym, which is so annoying. Also, the track rod ends, they were definitely not coming off, so we just grinded them off to get the boot off. Okay, so here we are adjusting everything, making sure it matches the old inner tie rod and track rod end, so that we can drive out from here and be able to go to get our wheel alignment done. However, I found out it's actually easier to do this afterwards, because the whole arm itself is way too long to get in behind the hub. So I suggest you do this actually when it's on the car, but yeah, I thought I'd keep this in, but maybe you can learn from my mistakes.
We're just cleaning up the boot. I ordered the kit and did think the boot was going to come with it, but it's too late now. I'm just trying to get it back together, so I'm reusing the old boot. I've inspected it, there's no tears in the actual boot on either one of them. I'm just going to reuse them because I don't have time to get these ordered again. So yeah, just be careful when you order them. You might as well get the boot if you're doing the whole thing.
me again. There's also another clip missing of me putting tread locker on the inner tie rod. Okay, so as I said earlier, this is me trying to put on the whole arm together and it just wasn't working. So, well, this is me trying really hard to make it work, but it was just so awkward. So take off the track rod end, put the inner tie rod on first, and it'll make your life so much easier. And that means the boot can be taken off as well, so you can actually see what you're doing. So yeah, so just put everything back the way you took it off and just putting this clip on back on the boot on the other side, and then it's a matter of just lining up the hub with the track rod end, and then once they're on you can adjust to make sure they match the old track rod ends so that you can somewhat drive out. So at this point, just make sure you tighten everything really tight, especially the track rod end that's connected to the hub, and then bring it to your local wheel alignment shop. First, it's tire hanger, and we love them so much. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.